Hello, friends. Welcome back. This is going to be box 2 out of our case. So we're just going to listen to me ramble on about incoherent topics while we open cards and look at the pretty artwork. So I still remember when I saw this game announced. I've been waiting for a good Star Wars card game to come along for a while. I was a player of the original game by Decipher back in the late 90s. That was, I think, still to this day, one of the best card games ever made. And I've been waiting a very long time for a good game to come along using the Star Wars IP. So when I saw that Fantasy Flight was doing a new Star Wars card game, I knew I was going to give it a shot. So I even bought a case even before I knew the game was going to be good, just because I figured it was worth the gamble. And the gamble paid off. It ended up being a good game. Malevolence, good. I'm going to need that. I had tried... Oh, I lost the pack. Where'd it go? I had tried to play... Oh, hold on. Should we bump it? Well, we got to change that. We got a little bit of a glare problem going on there. I'll have to remember that. I tried playing the Star Wars card game that Fantasy Flight released when it came out. It was okay. It was a little too fiddly for my tastes. I don't like a lot of tokens. Ooh, man, that looks awesome. Boy, they sure did. They do that right. So I tried the Star Wars card game, didn't quite enjoy it. Then I tried to play Destiny when it came out, but if anyone is aware of that mess, there just wasn't any cards to be had. I know you might have had better luck where maybe you lived, but we didn't have access to any of the cards up here, which was kind of a shame. So, and I was even going to try and get into Destiny towards the end there, and I was actually looking at buying the deck, and I'm glad I didn't, because the game was canceled shortly after that. So, dodged a bullet. Oh, Brain Invaders. I think this card is going to see a lot of sideboard play, possibly in Control. So I'm happy with that one. And then, so I basically, as soon as I saw this game was coming out, I put my pre-order into the local card shop, got a case anyway, and I started talking to my friends to see if I could get a play group going. Because as anyone that's tried to get a non-Big 3 card game up and going in their small town, it's next to impossible to get a niche card game going. So if you can find 4, 5, 6 people to play the game with you, you're in good hands. Where I live is a relatively small town, 100,000-ish people. The big 3 do well there. Oh, that's cool. Didn't even see that. So Magic, Pokemon always do well here. Yu-Gi-Oh does well here most of the time. But the upstart card games coming in out of nowhere generally will have a hard time getting a foothold. But this has kind of been like a golden age of card games right now, because not only we've had games like Star Wars Unlimited pop up, Grand Archive has been really popular in our local area. So what else we got? Lorcana's been doing really well. There's the new Dragon Ball one. All the Bandai card games usually do okay. We don't really have anyone playing One Piece or Dragon Ball Super Up here, we do have a small group of players that were playing Digimon, but I think that's slowly dying on the vine up here. And then we've got the new Gundam card game coming out, which I'm interested in. I will probably play it. I don't think it's going to succeed because Gundam pretty much always has a really small following here in the United States. And I don't know if there's enough of a player base to support it. But Bandai's business model has been kind of interesting. They don't treat it, it's almost like they don't treat it like a card game. They treat it like a trading card. Ooh, let me power. It just happens to have a card game attached to it. So that might work. I could be wrong. But we can't quite get normal tournaments to fire for Star Wars up here. People are, it's a game where everybody playing this is in their 30s, possibly older, and it's hard to get that weekly event scheduled where you can get time away from your family. So we generally have pretty successful pre-releases and store showdowns. We'll get people to show up. I think the most we've had was 18 for a store showdown. We're trying to really foster the casual scene up here as well. Trying to get formats like Twin Suns going, which I've been having a blast playing that. I think that may actually be the format that makes sure that this game sticks around, to be honest. Because you got to have something that your casual people can play. If you don't have a casual component to your card game, I don't know if you can survive. Of course, I don't really know. Well, I guess Pokemon has collecting. Collecting is the casual component to Pokemon. But, there were games like, the original. Ooh, I don't know if that's. That might be good. The Panini, when Panini resurrected the Dragon Ball Z card game, the thing that sucked about that is it was almost exclusively competitive. There really wasn't anything casual about it. And that really just kind of scared away a lot of people from playing it, because if they're not able to play competitively, then what's the point of playing? Ooh, Cad Bane. Tactical Droid Commander. I'm not familiar with Lorcana, but I imagine they're probably the same. It's their casual component is the collecting aspect of it. But I don't know. I'm not really a fan of Disney, so not really my place to speak. No, that's doing really well up here. Which that's kind of cool that a brand new to TCG company like Ravensburger was able to come out and pretty much hit it out of the park with their card game. I know there was supply issues, but it seems like you can't play a card game nowadays without there being a supply issue. We're hoping sets 3 and 4 for Star Wars won't have that problem, but unfortunately, the damage might have already been done. We'll see, though. I know the game's popular. We're seeing more people play. I know the end of set 2 was really kind of boring, so I see why a lot of people didn't play much. Not to mention the fact that the store showdown promos were really bad. So that's why a lot of people just kind of stopped showing up there towards the end. But I think we'll be in a better place for set 3 going forward. And if it's not, don't worry. I'll let everyone know when it's time to sell. Which I'm really good at being able to figure that out. Bo-Katan Kryze. I think she'll be good in this set. Oh wait, I'm getting a showcase. Alright, last pack. Dang. I'm not sure if he's going to be playable or not. He might be. All right, so that box saw us get Cad Bane. We got foil legendary, unlimited power, a gore, and a hyperspace Kiadimundi. So we have 5 legendaries out of one box. Not terrible. I don't know. I think the Brain Invaders, that may be another good one. On the doorstep. Those might end up having some value there on the back end. And nothing too exciting there. So, all right. Well, thanks everyone for tuning in, and then stay tuned for box 3. Have a good one.